Thank you, Robert. Today's going to be another clear, beautiful day with temperatures in the mid-60s, which means a nice night for the Belen-Columbus lacrosse game. Hope everyone attends. Let's move on to your highs and lows. Today's going to be a high of 76 and a low of 55, and for the weekend, it's highs in the 70s and lows in the 60s. That's all for weather. Now back to you, Robert. Thank you, Nick. The bowling team was defeated last week when they played against Gulliver and Miami Christian by a score of 7-0. The team was led by Diego Rossetti, who had the high game for the Wolverines with a score of 167. Senior Christian Paz led the Wolverines with the high series and a total score of 417. The team will face Miami Christian and Gulliver next week. It was a historic weekend for sports in our school. The varsity swim team successfully added another Dade County Youth Fair Championship title to its impressive record. No other boys team in Miami-Dade County has won more Youth Fair titles in the sport than Belen. Leading the Wolverines' efforts were Julian Baezas, who captured 2 individual first places and swam in 2 winning relays. Bolik Depaulikowski added an individual first place in the breaststroke and also swam in 2 winning relays. The varsity cross-country team captured an unprecedented 4th title in the prestigious FLRunners.com Race of Champions, held at Chain of Lakes Park in Titusville. Leading the Wolverine efforts were senior Avi Lopez, who finished in the runner-up spot, and junior Fabian Tomas, who finished 9th. We also swept the JV division as well as the middle school division. There were a total of 4,500 participants in the different races. The middle school cross-country team took first place at the FLRunners.com Invitational. Leading the Wolverines' efforts were Rodrigo Maliedo and Joshua Collins, who finished 3rd and 4th respectively. Also placing for our school were Sebastian Duenas, Alejandro Coizo, and Sebastian Roa. The varsity football team defeated Doral in a very convincing victory. The junior varsity football team hosted University School and dominated both in offense as well as on defense. The Dolphins lost Sunday in an overtime thriller to the Arizona Cardinals 24-21. Ryan Tannehill passed for 431 yards and an 80-yard touchdown pass to Brian Hartline to take the lead with 7 minutes left, and then converted the 2-point conversion to make it a 7-point lead. However, the Cardinals marched down the field and scored a touchdown on 4th and 10 to send the game into overtime, where kicker Jay Fieldy nailed a 46-yard field goal to propel the Cardinals to victory.
I'm LeBron James, and it's time for the Heat Report on WBLN.
Wade scored 29 points and LeBron James finished with 26 points and 10 rebounds while missing much of the second half due to cramps, and the reigning NBA champion Heat beat the Boston Celtics 120-107 on last night's season opener. Ray Allen's first shot in a Miami uniform was a corner 3-pointer, which he switched in his first game with Miami since leaving Boston over the summer. Allen added 19 points, as did Chris Bosh, who had a late flurry that helped Miami prevail. The Heat received their championship rings from owner Mickey Harrison and watched a banner commemorating last season's title get hoisted in a pre-game ceremony complete with an indoor fireworks show. The Celtics, who lost the Heat in 7 games during last night's Eastern Conference Finals, were not on the court for the ring ceremony. That's all for sports. Now back to you.
Hey guys, this is R. Martinez from Notre Dame.
Vicente Fernandez, class of 2010.
Hernandez, class 2012.
Every team has to face adversity at one point or another in the season.
That first loss against Hialeah should light a fire.
Take it 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time, 1 play at a time.
We'll get better with each and every day.
Regardless of whatever happened last week, whatever happened last year, whatever happened any time in the past.
What separates the good teams from the bad teams is how they handle that adversity.
All that matters is your brothers playing next to you, and thousands of fans wearing blue and gold in the stands, and that name that you represent on your jersey. That's what you played for.
You know, just play for each other.
Because this next game against Columbus means everything.
Wolverines, you have one task.
The whole Belen community has your back.
All of the former players are rooting for you. All of the former players are watching.
Go onto that field with your team, your brothers, and leave it all there.
You guys are going to come together as a team and come out strong against Columbus? Or are you guys going to cash in your chips and just call it quits?
On Friday, you guys know how much this means to the entire Belen community. It's never been done. Be the first to do it.
It's up to you.
When you beat Columbus, you're going to make Belen history.
The only thing that you're going to remember is how hard and how far you push yourself.
Good luck, guys.
And go get the W.
Good luck, guys, and go make history.
Go out and do it.
We believe in you.
On the news today, 2 bombs explode near the finish line at the world's oldest marathon, leaving hundreds injured and millions wondering who could have done this and why.
From the studios of the Belen Jesuit Communication Arts and Multimedia Center, this is WBLM, your news.
Good morning, Belen. I'm Alex Mañeda, and these are your news for today. In national news, yesterday, 2 bombs exploded approximately 10 seconds and 100 yards apart at about 2:50 p.m. near the finish line of the Boston Marathon. 3 people were killed, including an 8-year-old boy, and over 140 others were injured. The explosions occurred 4 hours into the race and 2 hours after the winners had crossed the finish line. However, thousands of runners were still in the course.
Well, it was a terrible experience that happened. It's really sad to see how someone could do that to such a highly regarded public event. And as a runner, it's really inspirational seeing everyone that finished the race, regardless of whether they fell down and stuff, and see all the other people helping all the runners help cross the line.
That was one of our very own runners, Fabian Tomas. President Barack Obama vowed that those responsible will feel the full weight of justice. The president was careful not to use the words terrorism or terrorist attack in his remarks, but a White House official, speaking on condition of anonymity due to the ongoing investigation, said the attack was being treated as an act of terrorism. Our very own alumnus, Anthony Monzon, was covering the marathon for Emerson College and was able to give us a soundbite.
After just the shock, it's really incredible to see the entire Boston community really come together. I mean, marathon runners right after the explosions went straight running to Mass General Hospital to donate blood, and the Red Cross actually announced that its blood donations were full and they couldn't take any more. People right now are lining up outside Tufts Medical Center to do whatever they can for these runners. So I think it's important to remember the complexity of human life in this situation and really to appreciate that and be able to realize that while something as heinous and awful as what happened yesterday can happen to any one of us, there will always, as humans, be people there to come and console one another.
Thank you, Anthony. As of this morning, federal authorities had raided one apartment in the Boston suburb of Revere, where witnesses had claimed to see men moving plastic bags and other containers in and out of the unit early Tuesday morning. No national or international organizations have claimed responsibility for this event as of yet. The FBI have taken over the investigation. Let's check out what Sage Dining is cooking up for us today. Let's check out today's weather with Nicholas Cambo.
Thank you, Alex, and good morning, Belen. Today we should be seeing a mostly sunny day with an east wind reaching up to 13 miles an hour. Now on to your highs and lows. Today we should be seeing a high of 86 and a low of 73, and tomorrow a high of 84 and a low of 73. That's all your weather for today. Now back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Nicholas. And now on to sports with Nick Leonard.
Thank you, Alex. Yesterday, the varsity baseball team defeated Cardinal Gibbons 5-4. The winning pitcher was Eric Artigues. Key performers were David Guevara, who went 3 for 4 with 2 runs. Alex Lorenzo, who went 2 for 4 with 1 run and 1 RBI. Pablo Cabrera, who went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Ryan Rodriguez Mena, who went 1 for 4 and scored the game-winning RBI. And Robert Morgado, who pitched 2 innings and only gave up 1 run. That's all for sports. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Nick. That's all the news for today. I'm Alex Paneda, and thank you for watching WBLN, Your News.